Imagine this, you're cruising through life at 45, thinking you've got it all figured out, steady job, family, a house that's finally paid off. Then, in one shattering moment, everything crumbles. Your doctor says those words you never expected, it's cancer. Your world stops. But what if I told you that moment wasn't the end, but the beginning of the most profound lessons you'd ever learn? Lessons that could save your life, or at least make the rest of it worth living. If you're over 40 and watching this, stick around because this story isn't just entertaining, it's a wake-up call. Life is no joke, and ignoring these truths could cost you everything. Hit that like button if you've ever felt like time is slipping away, and subscribe for more stories that hit hard and inspire change. Let's dive in. Meet Alex Thompson, a 42-year-old marketing executive in a bustling city. Alex was the picture of middle-aged success. A corner office, a loving wife named Sarah, 2 teenage kids, Mia and Jake, and a golden retriever that completed the family portrait. He worked 60-hour weeks, chasing promotions like they were the Holy Grail. Weekends were for golf with clients or scrolling through social media, envying the vacations of people he barely knew. "I'll slow down when I retire," he'd tell Sarah, who worried about his stress levels. But deep down, Alex ignored the nagging voice in his head. The one whispering that life was passing him by. One crisp autumn morning, Alex woke up with a sharp pain in his side. He brushed it off as indigestion from last night's takeout. Just getting older, he joked to himself in the mirror, popping an antacid. But the pain persisted, growing into a dull ache that followed him to work. Weeks turned into months, and Alex powered through, downing coffee and energy drinks to keep up. His doctor had mentioned routine checkups years ago, but who had time for that? Life was busy, deadlines, soccer practices, mortgage payments. Until one day, during a presentation, the pain hit like a freight train. He collapsed in front of his team, gasping for air. In the hospital, the diagnosis came like a thunderclap: stage 2 pancreatic cancer. Sarah's face crumpled as the oncologist explained the odds: 50-50 survival rate with aggressive treatment. Alex stared at the sterile white walls, his mind reeling. How had he missed the signs? The fatigue, the weight loss, the subtle warnings his body had been sending. "Why me?" he whispered that night, holding Sarah's hand as tears streamed down her face. The kids were devastated. Mia, at 16, retreated into her room, blasting music to drown out the fear, while Jake, 14, punched walls in anger, asking why Dad hadn't taken better care of himself. The first challenge hit hard: chemotherapy. Alex's once vibrant energy drained away with each session. His hair fell out in clumps, his skin turned sallow, and nausea became his constant companion. Work? Forget it. He was on medical leave, watching his colleagues move on without him via email updates. Isolation crept in. Friends sent cards and flowers at first, but visits dwindled. "People don't know what to say," Sarah explained gently. But Alex felt abandoned, questioning every relationship he'd built on superficial handshakes and networking events. One night, alone in the bathroom, he stared at his reflection, a gaunt stranger, and broke down. "What have I been doing with my life?" he sobbed. This was the turning point, the emotional abyss where Alex confronted his first life lesson: health is wealth, and ignoring your body is a gamble you can't afford. Over 40, our bodies don't bounce back like they did in our 20s. Alex realized he'd treated his health like an afterthought, skipping annual physicals and fueling himself with junk. Resolution came slowly, through small victories. He started journaling his symptoms, researching nutrition, and incorporating gentle walks despite the fatigue. Sarah joined him, turning their evening strolls into heartfelt talks. "We're in this together," she said, and for the first time in years, Alex truly listened. But cancer wasn't the only storm. Financial strain loomed next. Medical bills piled up like autumn leaves: co-pays, deductibles, experimental treatments not covered by insurance. Alex's savings dwindled, and the thought of burdening his family terrified him. "I should have planned better," he confessed to Sarah one evening, as they pored over statements. She'd always handled the finances, but now the cracks showed: no emergency fund beyond a few months, retirement savings meager because Alex prioritized vacations and gadgets. The kids overheard arguments about selling the house, and Mia lashed out, "Why didn't you save more, Dad? What if we lose everything?" This challenge unearthed the second lesson: financial security isn't optional, it's a lifeline. Over 40, time compounds interest, or debt. Alex had chased short-term thrills, ignoring compound growth. Resolution emerged through action. With Sarah's help, they consulted a financial advisor, cut non-essentials, and Alex started a side gig freelancing from home during better days. It wasn't much, but it rebuilt his sense of control. Jake, inspired, mowed lawns for extra cash, turning family hardship into bonding. "We're a team," Alex told them, and slowly, the fear eased. Emotional depth deepened with the third challenge: mending fractured relationships. Cancer forced Alex to reflect on his absentee fatherhood. Mia resented him for missing her dance recitals, buried in work emails. Jake felt invisible, his soccer games unattended. "You were always there, but not really," Mia said during a tearful family therapy session. Sarah admitted her own loneliness, the date nights sacrificed for his career. Alex's heart ached with regret, years wasted on pursuits that left his loved ones starving for attention. The lesson hit home: relationships are the true currency of life, and neglect erodes them silently. Over 40, rebuilding trust takes effort, but it's never too late. Resolution unfolded in vulnerable moments. Alex wrote letters to his kids, apologizing and sharing stories from his youth. Family dinners became sacred, no phones, just presence. He and Sarah rekindled their spark with weekend getaways, even if just picnics in the park. Mia opened up about her dreams of becoming an artist, and Alex encouraged her, attending her first gallery show post-chemo. Jake shared his fears, and Alex listened without fixing, just being there. Bond strengthened, turning pain into profound connection. As treatment progressed, Alex faced mortality head-on, the ultimate challenge. Scans showed the tumor shrinking, but uncertainty lingered. "What if it comes back?" he confided in a support group of fellow survivors, all over 40, sharing tales of lost time. One man, Tom, 55, regretted decades in a soul-crushing job, chasing titles over joy. Another, Lisa, 48, mourned ignoring her passions for societal expectations. Their stories mirrored Alex's, amplifying the lesson: time is finite, live with intention. Resolution came through reinvention. In remission, Alex quit his high-stress job for consulting, prioritizing flexibility. He pursued photography, a forgotten hobby, capturing family moments. Volunteer work at a cancer center gave purpose, helping others navigate the darkness he'd known. "Life's too short for regrets," he told Sarah, planning a family trip to Europe, dreamed of, but always postponed. Years passed. At 50, Alex looked back, healthier, wiser, surrounded by love. Challenges had forged resilience, resolutions birthed growth. The inspiring message? If you're over 40, don't ignore these lessons: health first, secure your future, cherish relationships, and seize time. Life is no joke, it's a gift. Embrace it before it's too late. If this story moved you, smash that like button, it helps spread these truths. Subscribe for more life-changing tales, and turn on notifications. What's one lesson you've learned the hard way? Share in the comments, we're all in this together. But wait, let's expand on Alex's journey, because life lessons don't unfold in tidy chapters, they weave through the mess of everyday existence. Flash back to the early days post-diagnosis. Alex lay in bed, the chemo fog clouding his thoughts, replaying his life like a faulty reel. He remembered his father, a workaholic who died at 62 from a heart attack, never retiring, never traveling. "Don't end up like me, son," Dad had said once, but Alex hadn't listened. Now, the irony stung. Sarah, ever the pillar, read him books on mindfulness, urging him to meditate. At first, he resisted, "That's hippie stuff," but desperation won. Breathing exercises became his anchor, teaching him presence over productivity. One particularly rough day, Mia burst into the room, eyes red. "I hate this. I hate that you're sick." She stormed out, but Alex followed, weakness be damned. They talked for hours, about her fears, his mistakes. It was raw, emotional, the kind of conversation that heals generational wounds. Jake joined later, sharing how he'd started journaling too, mimicking Dad. These moments built emotional depth, making characters relatable: Alex, the flawed everyman; Sarah, the steadfast partner; kids navigating adolescence amid crisis. Financial woes peaked when the car broke down, another unexpected bill. Alex panicked, but Sarah suggested crowdfunding. "People care," she said. Humbling himself, Alex shared his story online, vulnerability paying off as donations trickled in. Lesson reinforced: asking for help isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Over 40, pride can isolate, humility connects. Relationships evolved further. Alex reconnected with old friends, hosting low-key gatherings. Laughter returned, stories shared. He even forgave his estranged brother, mending a rift from their parents' estate. Life's too short for grudges, he realized. Mortality's shadow inspired bold moves. Alex ran a half-marathon post-remission, body aching but spirit soaring. He wrote a book, simple memoirs of lessons learned, self-published, touching lives. Readers messaged, "Your story saved my marriage." Impact rippled. Pace yourself here, imagine this narrated slowly, with pauses for reflection. The story builds, hook grabs, challenges immerse, resolutions uplift. Expanding deeper, Alex's support group became family. Tom, the regretful exec, mentored him on career pivots. They started a podcast, Lessons Over 40, sharing raw truths. Lisa introduced art therapy, where Alex painted his fears, colors bleeding emotion. Home life blossomed. Sarah and Alex renewed vows in a backyard ceremony, kids as witnesses. Mia's art flourished under Alex's encouragement, Jake excelled in sports, Dad cheering loudest. Setbacks came, a false alarm scan spiking anxiety, but resilience prevailed. Alex adopted a mantra: "Today is what matters." By 55, Alex mentored young professionals: don't wait for crisis to wake up. His message: life is no joke, honor it with action. If you're feeling that tug, like and subscribe. Your turn. What's your life lesson? Yet the story doesn't end there. Let's delve into the nuances, the quiet moments that define transformation. After chemo, Alex's taste buds rebelled, food bland, joy elusive. Sarah experimented with recipes, turning meals into adventures. One evening, a simple soup evoked childhood memories, tears mixing with broth. "I forgot how good life tastes," he said. This sensory awakening taught subtlety: appreciate the small things, they compound into happiness. Kids grew. Mia headed to college, Alex driving her, road trip conversations deep. "Thanks for fighting, Dad," she said. Jake's graduation, Alex beaming, cancer a distant scar. Financially stable now, Alex taught seminars, budget for dreams, not just bills. Attendees nodded, eyes wide, relatable struggles mirrored. Emotional peaks, a family crisis, Mia's breakup. Alex listened, sharing his vulnerabilities. "Pain shapes us," he advised. Resolution, she healed, stronger. Mortality's lesson culminated in a will rewrite, not morbid, but intentional. Legacy is love left behind, he wrote. Inspiring close, over 40? Heed these: health, finances, relationships, time. Act now. Life awaits. Like if inspired, subscribe for more. Comment your story. To make this even longer, consider Alex's internal monologues, the doubts that plagued him. Nights when pain kept him awake, questioning God's plan. Why now, when I finally have it all? But dawn brought resolve, prayer or meditation centering him. Sarah's unwavering faith bolstered his, their bond unbreakable. Challenges extended to work reintegration. Colleagues pitted him, opportunities passed over. You're fragile, implied. Anger flared, but lesson: self-worth isn't tied to titles. He built his consultancy, clients valuing his wisdom over speed. Relatable vignettes, grocery shopping, strangers staring at his bald head, humility learned. Or kids' friends asking, "Is your dad okay?" Teaching empathy. Resolutions layered, health via yoga classes, body rebuilding. Finances through investments, slow growth. Relationships with weekly calls to extended family. Time management, no more overtime, yes to hobbies. By story's midpoint, pace quickens, remission announced, cheers echoing. But emotional depth lingers in aftershocks, survivor's guilt, why him and not others? Group stories enrich, Tom's job quit led to happiness. Lisa's passion pursuit to fulfillment. Alex contributed, paying forward. Family vacations, beaches, mountains, memories etched. Mia's wedding years later, Alex walking her down aisle, tears of joy. Inspiring message amplified, don't ignore signs. Life's seriousness demands respect, but rewards authenticity. Hit like, subscribe, join the community. Share below. Extending further, imagine subplots. Sarah's own challenge, caregiver burnout. Alex noticed, insisting she take breaks. Spa days, friend outings. Your health matters too, he said. Resolution, shared burdens, stronger marriage. Kids' arcs, Jake's bullying at school, Alex advising from experience. Stand tall, but kindly. Mia's art rejection, Alex encouraging perseverance. Community involvement, Alex's charity run, raising funds. Media coverage, story viral, impacting thousands. Personal growth, reading voraciously, biographies of survivors. Everyone has battles, he learned. Pace maintains. Slow builds emotion, resolutions provide relief. Final years, grandkids arriving, Alex the doting grandpa, teaching lessons early. Message, over 40, reinvent. Life no joke, make it meaningful. Like, subscribe, comment. To approach that word estimate, let's flesh out scenes in detail. The diagnosis day, hospital smells, antiseptic, fear. Doctor's grave tone, Sarah's grip tightening. Alex's mind flashing to unborn grandkids, unlived dreams. Home that night, silence heavy, then sobs shared. Chemo sessions, cold infusion, nurse's kind eyes. Hallucinations from drugs, reliving regrets, missed anniversaries, ignored calls. Journal entries, day 47, pain 8:10. But saw Jake smile, worth it. Financial meetings, advisors' charts, red ink glaring. Cuts, cable gone, dining out rare. But creativity bloomed, home cooking contests. Therapy, therapist probing, what do you value? Alex's epiphany, family over fortune. Support group, circle of chairs, coffee stale. Stories raw. Loss, hope intertwined. Remission party, balloons, toasts. Alex's speech, cancer took, but gave perspective. Post-remission travels, Paris streets, Eiffel Tower glow. Sarah's hand in his, kids snapping photos. Book writing, late nights typing, words flowing from soul. Mentoring, young execs listening, eyes lighting. Prioritize life, he urged. Grandkid birth, hospital again, but joy-filled. Holding tiny bundle, cycle complete. Throughout, emotional threads. Fear to courage, isolation to connection, regret to gratitude. This story, vast as life, ends with inspiration, heed lessons. Life's serious, live fully. If touched, like and subscribe. Your lesson? Tell us.